cheap. You think protests won't achieve much anyway. You like the bloody signs. You hope you never find yourself on a march again. You love game shows. Don't like that you don't know you might be seen supporting. You have a concrete plan to march in the near future.
Good evening. My name is Susie, and I'll be your host for this march. I know you didn't sign up for a march, but that's not how marches work. You don't sign up, you show up, and here we are. Welcome to March. Subtitle, they say we are living in polarized times. Me, myself, and I, we love to march, personally. Everywhere you go, it's with purpose and to a beat, and often some shouting is involved. Ever since we were small, we always loved a good march. I mean, a bad one too. Do you remember your first march? Do you remember what you wore? Who you were with? Did a breeze gently caress your hair? No, you think to yourself. Why in the name of Tony Blair would I remember my first march? One remembers a first kiss, a first breakup, a first COVID vaccine, but a first march of all things. We were 9. Went with Dad. People seemed tall. That's myself and I, we were wearing a blue coat. Although it was spring, I think. Look at this one. Organizing, deciding, directing who does what, setting us up like ducks in a wedding photo. There's always one at every party. Several if it's a communist party. No, we just got nothing against the comrades ourselves. Where is this going? You think to yourself. Or, better yet, you ask, what were we protesting when we were 9 and with the blue coat? No idea. A good cause, I'm sure. Dad is very nice. He wouldn't take us to the wrong kind of march. Love it or hate it, it's a special feeling. A march is to move as one, to dance to the tune of justice. Hundreds, thousands, all standing up for the same thing.
Same thing, 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 same thing.
You know, I'm 60 years old, and it's my very first time on a march. This woman said that to me one Saturday a few marches ago. She didn't look 60, if 60 is even a look. What made you come today? I tried to ask, but she couldn't hear me over the chant, so we asked again, what made you come today? And again, what made you come today? And again, what made you come today? The march was very noisy. And she turned to me, this woman who didn't look 60, I mean if 60 is even a look, but is 60 and on her very first march, and she said, do you really have to ask me that? contestants. Let's give them a round of warm applause. Contestant number 1. What's your name, meatbag?
Lucy.
Let's give it up for Lucy! Contestant number 2. What's the name of your first pet?
Tom.
Let's give it up for Tom! Contestant number 3. How many trucks are in this photo?
None.
Let's give it up for none! Contestant number 4. I'm Susie. Give it up for Susie! So, you know the rules. That's the yes table, and that is the no table. The orchestra will be answering along with you. Let's begin. Round 1. Are the Spice Girls better than CPE Bach? Do you agree that we're not alone in the universe? Will you vote in the upcoming elections? Are conductors overrated? Have you been to a protest this year? This month? Contestant number 3, you have been eliminated. Round 2. Is violent resistance justifiable? Does non-violence actually achieve any real change? Contestant number 1, you have been eliminated. Round 3. Is it better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all? Have you ever been arrested? Is it any of my business? But is it worthwhile to be arrested for a cause? Can vandalism be a legitimate tool for activism? And is silence complicity? Should we speak up about things we don't fully understand? Are you mostly surrounded by people who agree with you? Are the people we disagree with the enemy? Are rich people the enemy? Is it too late to say sorry? Is growth good? And what's the best way to get the British economy out of this mess it's in? Round 4. How often do you read fiction?
Quite often.
Do you listen to heavy metal? Do you sing when you're alone? Do artworks really make you change your behavior? Do you sing when you're with other people? Do you chant in protests? do you do things that make more of an impact than protest? Ever feel alone while you're surrounded by people? How often do you feel empowered by music? Do you think we're going to make it?
The Office is a terrible show that has the world's most pretentious fans. It's so boring. I would actually rather watch paint dry.
What they play depends on their opinions.
Ketchup is one of the worst general condiments. Give me mustard or give me death. You can love the artwork even if you hate the artist.
How this works is they only play if they agree with the statement.
Socks with sandals just get a bad rep for no actual reason. It's so random. Concerti are for show-offs. Grease, too, is far superior to the original, with much more catchy songs and 100% more Michelle Pfeiffer. It's time to organise against our exploiters. Sweet and salty pocket is the devil's work. I will die on that hill.
Do you really have to ask me that? That's what she said. Do you really have to ask me that? What? As if it's obvious. Do you really have to ask me that? Should I have asked, well, what made you not come to any other protest in the last 60 years? What? Not enough horrible shit happened since literally the 60s? What, was it all peaches and cream until last month? But I didn't ask any of that. No, I'm not a monster. Every person does what they can. You'll hear no judgments from me. You see, it grabs us at different points. We all have a unique breaking point. Calculated by the number of headlines that fit in our minds, what we have to lose, what we have to gain, the build of our bodies, the shape of our spirits, the consistency of our social circles. And we all live in separate, tall-shaped ovens. Or, did you have Pilates for 6 decades straight? Or were you afraid? What were you afraid Did you not come because of what you thought wouldn't happen? Why waste so much energy, truly precious time? Why miss Pilates? So you can be a headline on the evening paper, crumpled and thrown on the floor of the tube. Not even the headline, just a number within it. A fraction of that number, 20,000 march through Manchester, 3,000 in Brighton, 1 million in Santiago, drones in Tehran, 100K in Cairo, 12,000 march down the streets of Brussels, 20,000 in Paris, hundreds in Jerusalem, 20 million in London. We feel that. There's a loneliness to the thought of insignificance, no matter how widely it's shared. Or were you afraid of getting lost? Not physically, well that too, but getting your you lost. To suddenly, after all these years, stand at the center of a stream of people and not find yourself reflected in any eye. Or did you have Pilates? Really wanted to hit those hundreds, did you? Or was it just life? Look at this one. Always going on and on. Not really needed now, huh? When we're all doing our thing. Don't you hate the speeches part? The preaching? The saying what we all know? Treating us as if we have one mind. This group, you might think they're all the same, a choir of the converted, but they're not. And we are not.
Give it up for Susie!
Thank you. Thank you. I won't keep you long. I want to echo the important things my predecessors have expressed so boldly. They say we are living in polarized times.
No.
But here we are, all out here today for an important cause. And we must, we will be victorious. I want to echo the important things my predecessors have expressed so boldly. We are all out here today for an important cause, and we must, we will be victorious. But is that the only reason we're here? Through marching, we free ourselves. You might think that you're already free, but you're not. Lucky, but liberated. Privileged, but are you truly out of your prison? Frightened, but free, because you can choose between Sainsbury's Local and Tesco Express. Because you can pretend to be sick to get a 4-day weekend. Because you can choose how to play a cage score. While our politicians incite wars, criminalize resistance, and drag our only planet Earth into the gutter. We are not free. But it's time. It's time for action. No more empty promises. It's time to march. A march for our interests. A march for our conscience. A march to not be alone. A march to be a number in a headline. A march for others, even if nobody will march for us. A march for ourselves. A march for the lives. Not to make this all about me, but where does this whole no more blah 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 business put Susie? I'm a narrator. Yeah, speaking words, that's my job, right? Blah, blah, blah is essentially my entire being. But when I die on my grave, blah, blah, blah. You know, the word animal is literally my spirit animal. So, where does this whole no more blah, blah, blah business put Susie? Where in the name of Hannah Arendt does this chat put me? So, if you think about what they're saying, so the chat is, we don't want no blah, 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 right? So, if we don't want no blah, blah, does that mean that we actually do want it? Okay, I'm not trying to be pedantic. It's not like it matters. It's just a chant. But maybe it's actually pro-blah. Okay, no, fine. We shouldn't put too much weight on the wording, but that's the problem, see? Putting too much weight on the wording is what I am, what we are, me, myself, and I, as narrator. It's just, I'm standing here, and it feels as if there's no space for me. Like, who's this we that don't want no blah blah anyway? Is it we? Is it we? It feels as if people can see right through we. And we're meant to be out here, right? Moving as one. But what if this one is stepping on my toes? And I could live or die, and it wouldn't make an inch of difference because we're just a narrator. Just blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm not saying we're being silenced. That would be ridiculous. I mean, I'm here now, aren't we? But, yes, it hurts my feelings when people shout the whole no blah, blah, blah thing, which, by the way, blah should be considered a slur, but that's another matter altogether. But it's just, yes, it hurts my feelings. Especially when it's people I thought of, I think of as my people, and everyone's repeating it like it doesn't matter what comes out of their mouths, like it's open season on the wordy, like even Matt. But so it hurts a bit. Love it or hate it, life is going to hurt a bit. My feelings are not so important. Oh, you want a list of things more important than my feelings? Let's see, world hunger, climate change, global election results, will doors keep falling out of Boeing planes, other people's feelings. Real people who aren't just narrators, just blah, blah, blahers. But what is the alternative? Right? If silence is complicity and there's no space for blah, 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 then what are we left with? What? Noise? Action? Are noise and action also words? I mean, there's no other hole to come out of. Are all words blah, blah, blah? Even words like action? Even if I have to stand completely isolated, lonely in a sea of people, not reflected in any eye, even then, we speak where I stand. We stand behind my word. Look, love me or hate me, I'm not going anywhere. Putting self-deprecation aside for just a moment, if a moment even is a just, we have words to do. Words like work. Words like change. And there is no alternative to the united united